this more and more, like living in Taiwan, just people, you know, I mean, smoking is kind of like a big thing for me. I just hate it. But, you know, somebody might be in your path and they're doing their own thing, and in their mind, they're just, well, I'm relaxing. This is my time. This is my area, right? They don't realize that it affects so many other people. I mean, there's also like noise pollution too, right? And, you know, you're here, you're having a coffee with your friend, and then there's somebody like just loudly talking. And I'm not saying maybe this is isolated to only Taiwan. Maybe there's other places in the world they have this exact same problem, right? And, you know, in Canada, I would say for the most part, you know, except for the fact that there's like immigrants from other places, obviously, but, you know, most people understand that there's kind of like supposed to be some type of personal space. And I would say probably for the most part that people do declare the personal space between other people. I remember one time when I was on the bus, some student was, you know, doing some homework or something, and their like little supplies or whatever were taking up a seat. And I think that most people were just afraid to speak up and, you know, say like, hey, look, don't put your stuff here or whatever, right? But, you know, maybe somebody might do that eventually. And this was a long time ago, right? And, you know, what were we probably afraid of, that this student was probably gonna freak out and don't touch my things or whatever, right? But they don't understand that, you know, other people, they got to sit there, and that's the priority, you know. And I've seen this obviously in the MRT too over in Taiwan, where you got people who shouldn't be sitting in the priority seats, but, you know, that's exactly what they're doing, right? And you might say, okay, well, this person is selfish. You know, I have seen some people, some guys, and they'll say like, hey, well, it's funny because in Mandarin Chinese, they'll say, for young girls, they'll say pretty girl or pretty something, you know, beautiful. And for young men, relatively young men, they'll say like, hey, handsome, right? So it's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, so they'll say something like that, and, you know, like, you know, you shouldn't be sitting there, or somebody else could be sitting there instead of you. And, you know, for the most part, especially now, you know, it's hard, but they won't do it. They'll just, you know, like, oh, well, I need to sit here too. I'm tired too, right? And, you know, what is it really? I mean, is it like the selfishness that drives other people, or is it just, you know, the fact of, I really don't care? You know, and then there's also the fact too that just people are really not, I don't know, when it comes to like work ethic, it's really, really bad right now. You know, people will just like dump their work off and then just go, you know, because the world is a really big place in a way anyway, right? So I guess I don't really blame them. But at the same time, like, if you're not going to be willing to work it hard at something for at least like a short period of time, maybe like a couple of years or whatever, then where's your life going to be at the end? You're just going to be this like kind of revolving door of, okay, I want to do this and I want to stop, and I want to do this and I want to stop, and then, you know, you get older and older. I don't know. I think it's just kind of like my gripe about whatever. But at the same time, I don't know necessarily where this is going. I just think that there's lots to do in life, and don't just give up so easily, because like everybody's telling you that you need like this immediate gratification. You know, people, they want to work big for like a short period of time, but then they want to get like a huge payout, and it's like it doesn't exist. There's no huge payout for you. Yeah, being an English teacher in Taiwan is it's fun. You get to see a lot of things. You know, like yesterday I went to kind of like some interview thing, and it was weird, right? Because they didn't really, I mean, you know, there's kind of this saying in English of like welcoming somebody with open arms. I mean, they didn't do that at all. And is that necessarily their fault? No. Is it my fault? Maybe, because I didn't introduce myself properly. And also, you know, usually people respond better in Mandarin Chinese when you like just go somewhere like out of the blue or whatever. I was actually planning to go to like some karate place and like go there and introduce myself, and it looks like it was like shut down. And I was trying to explain that to somebody, that like, is this place shut down or not? But I guess I have to find that information myself. Guys, if you're going to be living abroad, then, you know, you got to definitely try and be more independent and do things for yourself. But keep in mind that there's other people that have done it before you, so maybe you can learn from them. See you guys later. Bye.